people have been asking me, how do you cut up a chicken? How do we get to that fine chicken juice we all want? I'm going to show you. So for starters, we want to get everything in place. I think the French call it mise en place. I don't know how to say it. Means everything in place before we get started. So we've got cutting board, we've got our bowl, and we need the right knife. I use this boning knife. This thing's just great. I think it's actually maybe what it's like designed for. You can also use a chef's knife. I used to do that until I got the boning knife. I think a paring knife works as well. But this knife is great. If I haven't mentioned it already, we want a pot because we're going to put all of our chicken scraps into that pot. Let's get a chicken. All right, there she is. That's a beauty. I like to keep this bag. We're going to need it later. Oh, you should know, let's put a little juice in there already. Let's get that chicken juice going right away. Now you're going to want to get a chicken. You're going to want to get a chicken with the insides. We didn't get a chicken with the insides in it. That's okay. It'll still work, but it's nice to take out the liver and whatever the giblets are and put them in the pot. We don't have that option. Okay, here's where it starts. We're going to start by taking off the leg. What you want to do is you want to hold it up by the leg so that it kind of gets some weight on it. And then you just start sort of make these little cuts and it just sort of cuts away at it. There we go. I always do one side. I don't finish out one side completely before I do the other side. I like the chicken to be like a good balanced chicken. Nice weight. I'm gonna need some glasses. I can't see a damn thing. It's a mise en place failure. Wash your hands a lot because you don't want raw chicken juice on you. Only the cooked chicken juice is good. Okay, now I can actually see. So we've got this chicken. We're going to take the back legs and just kind of crack them apart. And it starts to separate where the leg bones meet the main part of the chicken. We can see it real easy. There's that leg. It's got some tough tendons around there, but we're just going to cut around it. Slice that leg right off. Look at that. Beautiful leg, thigh. It's not in focus. Let's try this. Beautiful leg, thigh. Let's try the other one. I like just to give it these little slices, like real loosely. It's a beauty. All right. We've got our leg and thigh. You know what? Let's move right to separating these. You'll find you've got like a little bit of fat, like a line of fat here. That's what you want to follow. So we'll cut right on that line of fat. It splits right apart. The other side. There's our line of fat. Right here, we're just going to cut right along that line of fat. And if you start running into, there it goes. And you'll feel if you hit bone because it's hard. That leg is ready. This leg is ready. Oh, I need to point something out. Okay, so why are we doing this? Well, first of all, I think it's kind of fun. It's this sort of primal thing, cutting up a chicken. It tastes better to me, and I don't know if it's because maybe a chicken starts drying out after you've split it up, but cutting the whole chicken, it always tastes better to me. And also, this chicken cost like, I'm just gonna guess, it costs like $10, and we're gonna get legs and thighs, which are gonna be like $6. We're gonna get a couple of breasts, which would be $10. We're gonna get some wings and tenders, and those are a few dollars more. And then we're going to get, fresh organic chicken broth, like a lot of it, which is probably another $10. So we're going to turn a $10 chicken into $30 worth of food. I know my math isn't on, but that's the idea. Okay, back to the chicken. I always like to take the skin off my thighs. I just do by giving it a good tear. I know some people keep the skin and they do something with it, make some sort of a fried fritter thing. I'm not one of those people. There we go. 2 legs, a couple of thighs. Let's work on the wings. It's really the same thing. Just gonna hang by that wing. Find the bone. Where are you? Every chicken is different. Some of them are... There we are. Sometimes it's easier than others. Some parts of them come apart easier than others. Again, you're just cutting, you're finding that bone. There you are. There you go. Great. Now with our wings, I like to take these even further down. So, very simple. We're just gonna, once again, cut at that joint. Finally, something for the pot. We're not gonna eat that part. We have to find that joint. You know, probably if I did this more often, I just intuitively know where it's at, but I really have to work at it. All right, we want to get our wings separated here. Slice that apart so you can get to it. Again, I like these little light slices. Like I'm not trying to actually muscle my way through anything. Break it apart and you know right where that separation is at. There we go. There are our wings, and there are chicken wings. Now, with the chicken wings, we're going to do something real special. Hold on a second. Washing my hands again. Just wash your hands a lot. Okay. Look at that. We already have a good amount of chicken wings started from past chickens. So we're going to add, now I want to see the whole thing put together. We're going to leave that to the side. Back at that in a minute. All right, chicken wings, done. Now we have the breast. What I like to do is take the skin off the breast. Real simple. Skin of the chicken just sort of pulls off. Isn't this fun? It's all like, it's kind of this gross fun. Pull that chicken skin off. Let's yank it right off of there. Again, you can keep the skin, but I just toss it. I feel like I've already saved enough money. I don't need to save the chicken skin. Okay, here we go. You're going to see a theme going, which is we're always trying to find fat lines. So we're trying to find the fat line right here along the breast, and we're just going to start kind of cutting at it. Separating that chicken from the bone. If you're an actual butcher, you're probably watching this wondering, why am I doing such a terrible job? Well, it's because I'm not a butcher. Just going to keep following along that bone. Here we go. On the other side, you'll find the wishbone of the chicken. You just kind of cut along that. There we go, and start separating it. There we go. And inside here, you'll find the tender. Don't worry about getting that off the bone yet. We're just getting this breast, the thing that pulls off here. It'll make sense in a minute. Now you can actually just pull it off. Like you just rip that off, and it's better even than cutting it. Now you have that perfect breast. I love a perfect breast. All right, and same on the other side. Just gonna grab it and give it a pull, and it just comes right off nicely. Pulls right off the bone. Now we have these little chicken tenders in here, which is this really soft part of the chicken, and they are delicious, like the filet mignon of chickens. Give that a little slice. Comes right off. On the other side, do our usual, just sort of not muscling through it. We're just going to kind of slice at it with our boning knife. Probably not proper technique, but you know, when you're making chicken juice, just do what you can. There we go, chicken tender. Now we have this carcass. This is where the magic comes in. We've gotten almost all of the meat, but there's some left on, and that is good because that meat is what we're going to use to make our chicken juice. All right, let's set this out here so we can see it. A couple of tenders, a couple of nice breasts. Our legs, our thighs, our wings. I'm going to take my wings and put them into my bag of wings. Wash my hands again. I definitely go through a few paper towels, but probably worth it, in my opinion. Okay, so these chicken wings will all go into the freezer until I'm ready to use them. I think I have enough that I'm ready to use them. So in this case, I'll just put them into the refrigerator so they can begin to thaw. I'm going to put them on a plate so they don't leak all over the fridge. Now, remember I said we're going to save this bag? We're going to save this bag because I'm going to put the chicken into it. going to keep these tenders out because I'm going to cook them right now. All right, it's time to get our chicken juice going. Grab an onion. You don't have to be very particular about it because it's just going into the juice. A real chef would save these and use them. As we know, I'm not a real chef. I like to peel off the very outermost layer. The papery layer. Everything else goes into the soup. Time to pull out the chef's knife so get a nice solid cuts. Just gonna. It's no magic here. I'm just cutting it up so it fits into the pot. This thing's gonna boil for a couple hours, so it doesn't really matter how we cut it. It's gonna cook. Now I like a nice salt, so we've got this, it's like a sea salt. I don't even know what it's called, but it's nice, a black sea salt. And then a pretty good amount of pepper. That's all I put into it. A lot of people put like bay leaves or, I have no idea, rosemary, parsley. I keep it real light. And this, I'm gonna fill with water just to the top of the chicken. Okay, that's gonna go on the stove. It's gonna boil for 10 minutes, probably less. And basically it gets to boil and then you turn it down to low and you can keep it on there for 2 or 3 hours. 2 I found is plenty. And then you get some nice chicken broth. Just strain it out and strain it in jars. Maybe we'll even record that part. All right, our chicken stock has been cooking for a little over 2 hours. And it's looking great. Keep the lid on it while it cooks. And, you know, I've stirred it maybe twice during the whole process just to make sure that all of the ingredients are under the water. And at this point, everything's soft. All the meat is fallen off the bone. All the onions are cooked. Everything's cooked in there. It looks just great. I'm going to come get a close-up of this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to strain it into... there's my alarm saying the chicken stock is ready to go. That is the chicken stock right there. That's I put down a little cork protector to make sure I want to protect the countertop. And then let's pour it right through here. Now that is chicken juice. That's what we've been waiting for. The leftovers go into a plastic bag and into the garbage. Look at that. Fresh chicken stock. Now the next step Now our next step is to pour it into one of these glass jars so that, and we'll put that in the refrigerator and preserve it. Now, I usually do this in the sink and I fear I'm going to spill. Let's see how this works. Excellent. So that is our jar of pure chicken stock, and that is delicious. In fact, I like the chicken juice so much that I drink it straight. I'm going to save a little of this because I'm actually going to make a chicken soup this evening. So that'll be the start of my chicken soup stock. Cheers, chicken juice. Oh my God, it's so good and it's so warm. It tastes like health. It's delicious. Now I have some left over here, some of the stock left over here. I've got the chicken breasts that I made earlier today. You'll never be able to see them. They're in the oven. I'm going to put the chicken breasts, maybe some potatoes, some carrots, some onions, all in a pot. And we're going to make a chicken soup tonight. All right. Hey, love you guys. Enjoy your chicken juice.